Okay guys, I'm getting ready to make a meal that is going to totally blow your mind, because I get ideas sometimes and I have to go ahead and play them out, because I get ideas for food just like I get ideas for songs, and I have to make them. So I'm going to actually make, I got to taste with some chicken, teriyaki chicken. But of course I'm vegan, so I don't eat chicken. So I'm going to use mushrooms instead. But I'm going to also make some fried rice. And because rice has so many calories in it, I'm going to use cauliflower as my rice. So I'm going to put some pieces of zucchini in it, just like I would make a rice stir fry. So I'm telling you, it's amazing how it's going to taste. So I'm going to put this to the side. So I'm going to actually put this in my processor and let the processor chop it up. Now, if you don't have a processor, you could probably use a blender. Just, you know, don't blend it too long because it turns to mush. So I would just kind of like pulse it or whatever, and then drain it. All right. Okay, I'm going to also cut up an onion. For the cauliflower, rice. All right, I like a lot of onions, so I'll probably do a whole onion. Oh, that's a pretty large onion, so I think I might just do half of an onion. Just do you, whatever it is that you want. If you like a whole lot of onion, then do a whole onion. If you don't, then just do a half of one. But I think I'm gonna just do a half. All right, I'm also gonna put some carrots in the cauliflower. So I've got my onions, and I've got my zucchini, chopped up zucchini, and then my carrots. All that's gonna go in my cauliflower rice. Okay, I'm also gonna use some fresh parsley as well. I saw a trick on YouTube the other day. It said take parsley and take like a vase of water, like you're trying to root a flower, and just stick the parsley down in that water, and it'll last longer in that water. So I'm going to try that, but I'm not going to try it today, because one of the tricks that I normally do is I put it in a Ziploc bag and put a paper towel in there to absorb the moisture, and it lasts a long time also in the refrigerator that way as well. All right, so I'm just going to use like a handful. I just eye it. I don't really measure it, so just a handful like that. And I'm going to go ahead and chop the rest of this up while I already have it. Okay, so you see I've got a huge bowl, a large bowl of carrots, onion, zucchini, and parsley. Now I'm going to use some of this in what I'm going to call a vegetable pancake that I'm going to actually eat with my teriyaki chicken and cauliflower rice. All right, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that too. But that's already set aside, and now I'm getting ready to pulse my cauliflower so I can do my rice. And as you can see, I saved my parsley and put a paper towel behind it, and this will stay in the refrigerator for a good little while. Okay, all right. All right, so you see what it looks like? Looks like little pieces of rice. I probably pulse it just a little bit, maybe too much, but it's okay. Just like I said, just do whatever you like. All right, now for the chicken part. It's stuck to the paper. Now for the chicken part, I'm going to use portobello. And you know, you have some people say you need to wash your portobello. You have some people say you shouldn't wash it. You have some people say, you know, take a paper towel and just wipe it down on the top. I say again, do you. You know, hey, you better do whatever suits your fancy. But I am going to soak these in just a little bit of warm water, just because I want to, and because I'm going to do me. So I'm going to cut them up real small, like little chicken strips, if you will. And if you want to cut them up even smaller, you can. I think that's what I'm going to do. So it's just like a mouthful, you know. So whenever I bite into it or pick it up, I can just put the whole thing in my mouth. All right, so I'm going to cut this one the same way. These are very pretty too, by the way. So yeah, I'm like little bite sizes. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's going to be good. All right, so I'm going to just kind of put them in my strainer, and then I'm going to lower them in some warm water real quick, and then I'm going to dump them back on here on a dry paper towel just to get some of the excess water off, and then I'm going to start battering them to put them in my grease. And what I might do is just run some warm water over top of them. I think that's what I'm going to do. And again, you know, if you don't wash yours, that's your preference, you know. Again, do you. Don't comment up underneath or anything like that, because this is just how I'm choosing to do it. So I'm going to take them over to the sink and just kind of run some warm tap water on them, and then bring them back and dump them. Okay, as you can see, I dumped them on my paper towel, and I'm just going to pat them dry and get some of the excess water off of it. But I'm going to set this aside so that I can go ahead and work on my cauli rice. And then I'm going to come back and batter these and fry them. In my wok, I'm going to go ahead and put me some olive oil. And I'm going to go ahead and cook my cauli rice first, because you have to get some of that excess water out of it. So I'm going to cook that first. And in another pan over here, I'm going to go ahead and start stir frying my my carrots and my onions, and go ahead and put my parsley and some of my carrots. I'm going to use all of it because remember I said I'm going to put it in my vegetable pancake. So I'm going to leave some of it in the bowl. All right, so that's probably good amount for a vegetable pancake. All right. So I'm going to let that be cooking. Doesn't it look pretty? Oh, it looks nice. So I'm going to let that be cooking in this pan while I cook my cauliflower in this pan. Again, because I'm going to get some of this moisture out first. All right, y'all. Now, what I normally do is I push the cauliflower to the side, and then I put my stir-fry mixture in there. But what I did was I did it separately today, just for time's sake. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to season it and mix it all together. I'm short so you can look at it. See, it looks like rice. You don't want to cook it too long because you don't want to make it mushy, so just steam it. So I'm just going to mix all that together. And then I'm going to add my seasonings, which there is a video on my YouTube channel that tells you all the seasonings that I do use. But I use a little bit of garlic powder, onion powder, nutritional yeast, of course turmeric. I use Mrs. Dash. Just to give it a little bit of kick, I use some curry powder. And I don't use salt, so I use this no salt. Okay. And if I ever use salt, I use the pink Himalayan salt. But some turmeric just for color. And then again, like I said, just a little bit of curry powder to give it a little bit of kick. Alright, I'm going to turn the eye off on this. And then I'm going to start working on my teriyaki chicken. And that's what it looks like. Looks like rice. Looks like stir fry. Alright, I found this in the store. It's chicken fry, chicken batter mix, and it is vegan, Louisiana home style chicken fry. And I just put some water with it. That's what I have in this bowl here. Just added some water to it and just kind of made like a cake batter texture. And that's what I dipped my mushrooms in first. Okay guys, we're getting ready to do the mushrooms right now because I washed them and dried them. They're dried out. I let them sit on the napkin here for a minute so they're dry and clean. And so I'm going to use some olive oil. Keep the olive oil up. I'm going to take one, as you can see. I'm going to dip it in the batter here. And then I'm going to roll it around in the breadcrumbs. And I'm going to fry it. Alright, and while I'm waiting for the grease to get hot, I'm going to make my vegetable pancake. I'm going to use moss light and sweet with onions, batter. And this is really good. I'm going to use about a half a cup and then maybe a fourth of a cup of water. Do you, however you want it. You know, if you want your batter a little bit, you know, thicker, then use less water. If you want it, you know, not so thick, then use more water. It's entirely up to you. And then I put like a little bit of erythritol in it just to give it a little sweet taste, or you can put a pack of Splenda in it. And then I put the remainder of the vegetables that I was going to put in my cauliflower rice in here. And then I just flat fry it on top of the stove. All right. Also, while I'm waiting for the olive oil to get hot, I'm going to make my own teriyaki sauce. And the reason why is because regular teriyaki sauce is full of sugar and also sodium. So I found this low sodium soy sauce. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a half a cup of this and a cup of water. I'm going to season it with my erythritol and my other seasonings that I normally use, and a little bit of lime, and I'm going to thicken it with some cornstarch. All right. Okay, y'all. So look, I got to bring my camera over to the stove, but look at here. Look at here. Can you see it? That's what it looks like. Man, that's going to be good. I tell you what's the truth. I had to pick my camera up to see that. So here's the batter that I made from the Moss Hush Puppy Mix. And I'm getting ready to add my vegetables in there with that. Stir it well. And then I'm going to pour it in my frying pan. And I'm just going to let it fry until it forms a cake or a pancake, a vegetable cake. And that's what I'm going to eat with my my vegan teriyaki chicken and cauliflower rice. Alright, so here is my batter that I made with the Moss Hush Puppy Mix, and I added the rest of the vegetables in there, and I'm going to put it in my frying pan, in my skillet, and I'm going to just fry it until it forms a cake. Alright, here's my teriyaki sauce. I used about a fourth of a cup of the low sodium soy sauce and about a cup of water. And then I used erythritol to sweeten it. I used a lime, juice from one lime. Alright. So we're going to let that stir a little bit more. And then we're going to put some cornstarch in it to thicken it up. And we're going to put some of it on our mushroom and put it on top of our cauliflower rice. And our bread ought to be done by then. You see, it's looking pretty good. It's getting brown around the edges. Alright, there's my vegetable pancake. I'm getting ready to flip it and cook it on the other side. And then we'll be ready to eat. Alright, guys. Here is... Let me turn this light on so you can see. Well, it is on, isn't it? Alright, here is my... Is that light on? There we go. Alright, here is my... cauliflower rice, stir-fry rice. Here is my fried mushroom, and here's my teriyaki sauce that I'm going to put on top of it. And so I'm going to put that over top of my fried mushrooms, put it on the bed of cauliflower rice, and then here is my vegetable pancake. Now I'm going to dump it out on my board, and then I'm going to cut it so you can see. Y'all, this is my vegan teriyaki chicken, Valissa's way. And as you can see, this is the cauliflower rice. This is the mushrooms that I have actually fried, and of course have teriyaki, homemade teriyaki sauce on it. And this is my vegetable cornbread, or my vegetable pancake rather. All right, so there you have it, y'all. That is amazing. I'm telling you, that's some good eating right there. So listen, remember this. God created a brand new day just for you, and he's allowing you to manage it. So manage it well. All right, there you have it.